All right, guys, you're in the right place. This is the Brush Up. Hey, it's information for those weekend conversations. Let's go. Oh,
yo, what's up?
What's up, buddy? It's the Brush Up, baby. Are you ready to fill me in on some stuff this week?
Dude, did you have this experience like trying to come up with stuff to talk about this week where it was like, this is really dark? Is really dark.
It was like the news is loaded with it. You're right. So let's just let everybody know right now. There's enough of that going on. We're going. Yeah. It's no politics, no dark shit today.
Not today. Maybe later. If it's fun, but not today.
We'll get to it, buddy, but not today. Not today. We're not going to do that today. Also, just want to reassure you guys, you kind of got the gist of it last week. We're giving you information for conversation during the weekends. A couple of old heads running down the algorithm, the whole thing. It's fun. But listen, we assure you, if we're talking about something on this show, we're not just talking out our ass. Like, if there's something going on pop culture or whatever it is that we're discussing, we are fact checking it. We're not going to send you into weekend conversations to get clowned on and look like a fool. We're going to give you the facts, what the real story is, so you can sound smart at the party.
Oh yeah, I'm stressing out about it. I'm stressing out about the fact check. That's my whole. See, Mike is way more chill than I am. I don't have as much chill.
You got chill. You just need to get there a couple of bottles in you, and then
I can't smoke weed anymore. I'm allergic to it. That was my chill, and now I'm.
How did you become allergic to weed?
I have no idea. It happened during COVID. It was the absolute worst, man. I went to the hospital. I had a little vape pen, and I was tooting it at night. After my wife goes to sleep and playing. Was playing The Witcher 2 or whatever that video game was.
I thought it was a TV show. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's both. We had some friends over for a game night, and I did it, and I was like, I need to go to the hospital.
And you think you got a bad cartridge or something? That's weird.
Well, we went there, and they were like, because I have a shellfish allergy, so I know what it feels like when I'm having like an anaphylactic response. Okay. And they're like, do you have an EpiPen? I was like, yeah. They were like, well, why didn't you use it? That was how bad it was. Because
it's weed, bro.
It happened so fast. And then I had a buddy of mine. I live in Los Angeles. Like, weed is basically legal here. And I had a buddy of mine who grew it, and he gave me a little batch of it. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. I'll try like a little one hitter on it. And I did. And I didn't have as big of a reaction, but I still had a reaction to it. And then I went to the doctor and was like, so what's going on, man? Because I've smoked a lot of weed in my life. Yeah. And he goes, yeah, that's just you now. You're just allergic to it. And I was like, you mean like if I got like weed or like did gummies or anything like that? He's like, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, okay.
Get your EpiPen ready one night. Let's go live like our boy Clavicular. And you could try a gummy, and we'll see if Jenna needs to run in and pen you, or if you're like, oh, I figured it out. I can't put it in my lungs. The smoke is what I'm allergic to. I can have the gummies.
Yeah. Jenna will run in like Shelley Duvall from The Shining.
And then we'll do a little video of you with like blood on your face, like rough night, man.
Rough night, man.
Rough night, bro. Listen,
let
me tell you what COVID did to me. Yeah, right. That's what I'll tell you what COVID did to me. I don't know what it is, but there are certain colognes and or perfumes that whatever the chemical is that they put in there, it's not all of them, because I wear some, my wife wears them, they don't bother me. But there's some, I don't know if it's that they're cheap, whatever it is. There's something that's in some of them that instantly just sets me off, and they all just smell the same. And it smells like when somebody's like over cleaning their tray on an airplane, or if you just walked into a store and they have like, done those alcohol bleaches to something. You know how it smells very strong to normal people? That's overpoweringly strong to me, where I can't breathe. And they're putting something that's in those cleaning products is going into like cheap versions of like CVS perfumes or colognes that all these young people are wearing. And I'm telling you, they'll walk by me in an airport or at the movies or something, and I'll be like, I can't breathe. And my wife will be like, it's different every time, Mike. She's like, every time you say it's that one smell and you can't breathe, she goes, I'm smelling it. It's different every time. It's a different cologne or perfume every time. So there's something in there that since COVID now just sets me off, man.
Is
Weird.
it psycho? Do we think we're just having psychosomatic reactions to it? Because I mean,
No.
I smoked weed for like 30 years, and then all of a sudden can't do it. It's real rough. I don't like scotch. I try to drink beer at night. It's a little too heavy. You
Yeah,
know,
it is heavy at night. You got to do some liquor or something on some ice. But no, I don't think our things are the same because you didn't try several types of weed and some didn't bother you. Some of these colognes
yeah,
and
that's
perfumes don't
true.
bother me. You know what I mean? But
That's true.
some of them have some kind of chemical in there that they use in cleaning products, and it is just like overwhelming. I'm like, I can't. I got to get out of here. You know?
Yeah, these are the conversations you start having when you get closer to 50 at
Yeah.
parties instead of talking about, I don't know, are the Knicks going to do okay in the playoffs?
I mean, that's the point here, right? I mean, that's the point here, man. You know?
Oh man, my knee. I went to my doctor and it's just, he's like, yeah, well, it's arthritis.
Brother, I don't even go anymore. I'm lucky. I know what that is. I played
all bad
football
news.
through college, basketball, 20 years on the fire department. I know what that is. I'm hurting. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
speaking of football, NFL draft this weekend, buddy. You catch my old schools here?
I love it, man. I love the Bud Bowl.
The Bud Bowl.
Did you ever see that Mad TV sketch where they did the Bud Bowl and the bottles just crash into each other and break and they're like, I can't feel my leg.
My label. I can't feel my label.
That's every time I think of the Bud Bowl, I think of that. But I miss that. I miss Spuds McKenzie.
What happened
Dave
to the Bud
versus
Bowl?
Dave. I don't
Bring
know.
the Bud Bowl back, man. It was hilarious. Then they bring in the 40 ounces. And then remember, Bud Dry was like this really cool quarterback. And it was great.
You know, I worked on the Puppy Bowl. I feel like that kind of is the G-rated version of the Bud Bowl in spirit to a certain degree, you know, but I miss the Bud Bowl. I do. I think that type of advertisement is fun, man.
It was
creates
fun.
an event, you know.
Yeah, it's fun. It's almost like the Dr. Pepper college world, you know what I mean? Like that was fun for a while. You know what I mean?
What is the Dr. Pepper college?
Like if you're watching college football, they always have like the college town, and there's like they only drink Dr. Pepper and they love Dr. Pepper. And like Bosworth's the cop, he's the sheriff, and he's like, it's hilarious, man.
Fun. It's fun. Or the Heisman House.
Heisman House is one of my favorites.
Heisman House is great. Heisman House is great. But I've done like my team. I'm a Titans fan, unfortunately, or fortunate, whatever. I think the Titans are like whatever. Like nobody hates that team. Except for the national media, but in terms of covering it, but we're number 4 pick. So I'm just doing like 100 mock drafts a day, just playing around with it.
Yeah.
You know,
speaking of mock drafts, just dropped this morning over on DWMOD pod, baby. And you're on there guest picking for the number 4 spot for the Titans that just dropped. You know, check that thing out, man.
It's fun, but the draft, there's a lot of great stuff to distract yourself with our doom and gloom. Are we all going to die news, which is like, the NBA playoffs are happening. The draft is happening this week. There's movies are coming. A lot of great movies. I'm excited for the new He-Man movie. Oh, the one thing
I don't know, man. Let's hammer this for a minute. Really? I don't know about this new He-Man movie, bro. I think they got too many young heads involved. I think they got too many like fresh 30-year-olds that are like, you know, the head of like these studio projects now, and they know exactly what to do with He-Man. And they went back and looked at the old movie. And they're trying to like recreate that. And I'm like, guys, that sucked and everyone hates it. That's a joke.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but Courtney Cox is in it. Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who's Skeletor in the old one? Not Jeremy Irons.
It's that old Western actor, isn't it? No,
it's oh my God, I can't think of his name, man.
He like looks like Dracula.
Not Malkovich, the other one. That's
don't know.
He plays the Green Goblin and shit.
No, it is not. It is not
Willem Dafoe.
It is not Willem Dafoe.
It is not.
It is
find
not.
Out, Louis. Find out who this is
right now. It is not Willem Dafoe. Hold on.
Come on now. It's got to be. And now I'm pretty sure it's one of the guys that I named. It's one of the guys that I named.
No, not even close. Hold on. Jared Leto is doing it in the new movie. Which
right.
Yeah,
that's great. I love
being
Leto.
Suspect. Yeah, you do?
I love Jared Leto. He's great in movies. He might be a little weird outside of them, but the movies he's in, he's good, man.
You know, speaking of retro BS, Frank Langella played him.
I don't know who that is.
He is I'm trying to see like what you would recognize him if you saw him. He was in Nixon and he was in Frost Nixon. He played Nixon and Frost Nixon.
Oh, yeah. He played Skeletor?
He played Skeletor.
Who am I thinking of, man? I'm thinking of a
I
different
always
movie.
thought it was the old guy from City Slickers that played Skeletor for the longest time.
Jack Palance, you're talking about?
Jack Palance, because it's got a Jack Palance kind of face and vibe to him in that movie. But I was going to talk about some other nerdy stuff, but I feel like we've covered it.
Do what you want to do,
full nerd. Listen, the thing about that movie, I do like that it looks like the old cartoon more faithfully than the last. It does. It doesn't. Come on,
bro. It looks like every single superhero or any franchise movie they try to do that's in a fantasy world now. Everything is dark. Every costume is brown on brown. Everything is like big
foam. Did you see the trailer?
Yes.
I thought
the sorceress is like all brown. I'm like, what?
Dude, it is way more faithful than like the Transformers movies have been. Although I thought Transformers 1 was pretty good. It's way more faithful than that.
The one with Wahlberg that they filmed in Detroit was good too.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of the Transformers just looking like origami metal flying around all over the place. Like, what is going on? I can't see it.
CGI. That's early stages CGI. It was cheap, so they did it.
Yeah, but it's all like, I don't know. Give me.
Yeah, listen, straight up. I don't disagree with you. Here's what I'm last thing on this He-Man thing. The storyline. The storyline is much like the old movie that everybody hate and shit on. He-Man does not take place on Earth. It is Eternia, it's not Earth. So this movie is starting on Earth. And Prince Adam has been like kept secretly hidden on Earth for years, and now they need him to come back and save Eternia, and it's got to have this Earth crossover. And I'm like, I'm going to see He-Man. I don't want to spend 35
that's
minutes.
The exact opposite of the He-Man movie. The He-Man movie starts on Eternia and goes to Earth
to get Adam.
Happens at Earth.
Buddy, I saw the trailer. He's working on a computer in Earth. He's like a broker or some shit. And he's like, oh, this sword. I feel a drawing to the sword at this comic shop. And then he goes there and gets the sword. And then he heads to Eternia. I'm like, what?
I'm just saying, listen, you'll have more fun in the movie if you walk into it with optimism than you do with pessimism, I think.
This is the last thing I'm going to say for the second time. For the second time, the last thing I'm going to say. They should have taken a page out of that new Fantastic Four movie. Quit trying to be an origin movie every time in a world that already exists that we already all know. Start right in the middle of the story. I know who He-Man is. I know who Man-at-Arms is. I know who Skeletor is. I don't need 45 minutes figuring out who these characters are and building them up. Start right in the middle of the story.
I think that Fantastic Four movie is way underrated.
I loved it.
Underrated. It's great. And it looks better. I think it looks better than any Marvel movie.
Oh, it looked great.
Like ever. Like, I think it just, the art design, the look of it, how, we work in the industry. I work in post and, and looking at it, you're like, oh man, they really took care to make this look like a movie.
Yeah.
And some of those Marvel movies don't. They
look at like what I was talking about. I'm afraid this He-Man movie is going to look like big foam costumes that are all dark colors with dark backdrops. And He-Man's colorful, but also, that Fantastic Four movie, I appreciated the fact that they didn't treat me like an idiot. Like I needed 40 minutes of trying to figure out who these people were to set them up. The movie just started like, we're in a world here where the Fantastic Four already exists. They're already well-known superheroes being superheroes. Here's the story. Thank you.
I mean, I'm stoked for Avengers Doomsday. I'm going to go see that opening weekend. Like, I don't care about the Marvel hate. I'm into it. I'm into it.
Big time. All right, let's move it.
Speaking of, let's get into it. Speaking of bringing things back from the dead, like He-Man, this is like a wild story. So like this week, a trailer dropped for a movie called As Deep as the Grave. And it's directed by this duo, the Voorhees brothers, who I've never heard of. And it's coming out later this year. And I'm just going to play a clip from the trailer. Mike, and I just want your immediate reaction to it. Immediate reaction. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't fear the dead, and don't fear me.
This like some Machiavelli Tupac shit. Like, they filmed half this while he was still alive or something, and now he's
back. No, they cast him back in like 2020, and because of COVID, he was never able to do his performance. And they used AI and to regenerate him, and it's a completely AI performance.
He's the main character, like throughout the movie. There's not a Princess Leia like going to make an appearance thing.
Guess how many minutes he's in this movie? Guess.
I have to go on what they're doing now, like Grand Moff Tarkin and Leia and all these people. Like I'm going to say like 5 minutes total screen time.
77 minutes.
He's in the whole movie.
He's in the whole freaking movie, dude. He's in the whole movie. Now I'm going to read some quotes.
What?
Yeah. I'm going to read some quotes from the filmmakers. They're like, we were 100% confident it's really the right move for this specific film. We're really, really looking forward to for everyone being able to judge it for themselves. When you use that many reallys in a sentence, you're failing already. I think.
Well, I think you forgot to read the last sentence that was like, we really, really are just using this as a test marker to see what we can get away with not paying for. And if you all will buy it and go see this movie, then we'll just stop paying actors altogether.
Well, the other part of it too is that like Variety's, the PR campaign's already kept Variety to the headline. And I didn't get a chance to read the whole article. That the headline was like, are the Oscars ready for AI actors? And the Oscars are obviously changing their rules to adjust for this, but like, this is totally bonkers. So a couple of things about this before we talk about it. The estate and his daughter totally approved. They got paid out for it. Wow. They followed SAG rules. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you definitely don't want that, but they kind of frame it as like, oh, this is a completion of Val Kilmer's collaboration. But as far as I can tell, looking at anything about this movie, he wasn't on set for 1 minute of it.
No, listen, man, how true do you think it is? I'm just going to say true. How true do you think it is that he was even considered or involved in this? That could be all made up. You don't have any idea. And this is the first one they're going to try. I wouldn't put it past him to lie.
I don't know. I mean, certainly his daughter has been pretty vocal about supporting the movie. He's not the only actor that's done this, and he used AI to replicate his voice for Top Gun. But like, here are the other actors that have done this stuff already. Bruce Willis has allowed himself to be scanned for AI movies. Matthew McConaughey and Michael Caine has allowed their voices to be scanned for AI. Like other actors, think about it. Reese Witherspoon just came out with a statement that said women need to learn AI.
Let me jump in here.
Yeah.
Really quickly on the voice thing. See, this is also where they're going to trick. See, this is like the moon thing last week. I got to check everybody on the shit they're saying. Now this tape where they're like Matthew McConaughey and whoever else has already agreed to let their voices be done in AI. So the rest of you should just do it too. They're doing it. And I'm like, no, this is where they're fooling everyone. Yeah. Those guys have it built into their contract that, you can use my AI voice on this project for this much money, and you can't use it anywhere else. We're not going to get that right. They're going to make us sign a thing that they now own it, and they're going to be in every movie you never saw. Bullshit, man.
But it's already seeping into the industry, like at this very slow level. Like I experience it on, things, but like you're already seeing it like in the industry itself, like even just in terms of script coverage, like people are using AI. So like here's a couple of things that because it's happening within the stew of all this anxiety around AI, I guess like AI derangement syndrome, if we can steal a phrase from our president. But AI this year alone, Layoffs FYI, which is a website that tracks layoffs across the country, have said they're estimating 81,000 jobs in the tech sector alone have been lost in 2026 to AI. Now, Forbes has different numbers. They're like 30 to 41,000 jobs have been lost. Hollywood had a bunch of layoffs this last week. Sure. There's just a lot of anxiety around AI, and none of this is helping. They had an AI model called Mythos from Claude Mythos, and they were like, this is too dangerous to release.
Yeah.
I saw a meme that somebody posted that was like, we can't, it was like an art, like God, why am I blank? Forget it. But the meme was basically like, you can't roll back a technology like AI once it's out of the bottle. And then someone just goes,
no,
we've done it already. we're not testing on humans. Like, we're not testing human DNA, like, and cloning humans. We're not like shooting blinding lasers into people's eyes. Like, there's technology that us as humanity has decided like not to do.
You think we're not cloning people? I heard Jim Carrey's dead. I know you've heard it. I know you've seen it. There's some people that they're telling us are still alive that are not.
But we're cloning people on AI and putting them into movies. Here's my take. Is this just like the last vestige of boomer rot? Like, we already know boomers are just like clogging the exits to everything. And they're just going to saddle us with them in movies for the rest of fucking eternity. Yeah. They're going to scan themselves and they'll live forever.
Shame on all those boomers. You're the children of the greatest generation. Your parents laid down their lives to save the world from evil. And this is what you turned into. Shame.
Yeah. This is I'm Gwyneth Paltrow in Avengers Endgame, looking at Robert Downey Jr., who is the boomers, going like, it's okay. You can rest now. You can go. You can go, dude. Just go.
Go, bro. Just go. We need to fucking Gen X all these motherfuckers. Man, beat it.
Yeah.
You know what, man? That's it. I thought we weren't going to be going dark today. Louis, just turn off the cameras. We don't even need to do this anymore. They already got us cloned somewhere, probably.
This was my fun story.
Oh, it was. Oh, well, buckle up. There we go. Buckle up, everybody. This was the fun one.
Yeah.
Shit, man. This is terrible. They got Val Kilmer coming out in a day. Well, I ain't going to go see it. And look, now I don't want to begrudge his daughter or pile on her. I don't know her situation. I don't know who she is. I don't know if she's a Nepo baby actor. I don't know.
She might not have any money. She might be trying.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't get to do a lot of work in his last bunch of years for obvious reasons. I don't know how much the estate has. So she might have been in a tough spot where, like, they probably offered it a lot of money to be the first test case on this. And she probably needed it. So God bless her. But I would argue if she didn't, she might have had the opinion that, you know what? No, my dad wouldn't have wanted this to happen. It would have said, get some other actors in here to give them work.
Yeah. And I think it's like the tough thing about it is, well, here's one positive. I think the backlash to it is pretty intense. And people are like, I don't want to be replaced by AI. Like, and a lot of these companies that have laid off people due to AI have had to hire them all back because they can't, do the job. My experience with AI, we talked about this a little bit. Like, I'll fuck with AI for like 2 hours to try and get something it would have taken me 15 minutes to do on my own. And then realize
but that's what they want you to do because you're training it to then think like you.
Yeah,
and in 6 months, it will do in 10 minutes what you just did in 15. That's what they want it to do. So listen to me, everybody. Lean in right now. If you're at a job right now where they're asking you to, hey, use AI as much as you can here. You know what I mean? Like, let's try to get on board with where everything's going. You're an idiot if you don't get on that keyboard every day and pump it full of bullshit. And tell them, like, the sun is made out of Faygo orange pop. You know that, right? Yeah. Like, I would fill it full of bull. Tell it how to do your job the worst it can. Grab the worst guy in the office that's a complete idiot and sit him in front of the computer and go, tell this thing what you do every day because you should have been fired.
I don't disagree. I think the one thing that we have to ask ourselves is, like, if you're watching, because of course these weirdo tech billionaires, like the guys in high school who couldn't even like talk to anybody, more or less girls, think that like movies are a commodity that's just content to be churned out. But like, as people who write and have performed comedy in front of live audience and stuff, you understand there's the parasocial relationship happening. Like, when you're on stage and you're doing something, the audience is feeding off of that and you're giving that back to the audience. It's all happening. And the same thing happens when you go and see a movie. There isn't certain people, obviously, Snyder Cut fans probably don't feel this way, but most people, when they go see a movie, understand that it's an empathic experience. You're sitting there and you're watching something that for the most part was forged in the human condition. And it's subliminal. It's like underneath the surface of the whole thing. That the actor who's portraying this is saying this line in a way because they experienced this in life, or some part of life happened in the culmination of this. When you go see an AI performance, that's so hollow. and completely stripped out. And we're already seeing it. Like we're already seeing some of the hollowness. I have a video queued up for you. You can see this right now. This is what AI thinks of the mourning process. Here we go.
Hey, so sorry I died. I felt no pain. And I'm missing you from doggy heaven. Woof, woof. Cantina?
What, dude? Now that's a joke, though, right? People are doing bits, right? I mean,
I don't know. And I think that's part of it. Like you have social media influencers right now are like claiming that AI people are taking their videos and then mapping other, like if you're a workout, this is happening a lot actually.
Oh, I bet.
If you're like a workout social media influencer or you're a woman, they just replace you with a blonde girl with big boobs and it's the same workout. It's the same thing.
Now that's
different voice.
Copyright, but it's not because you're putting it on social media and you agree that people can look at it and reshare it and stuff. So they're going to argue that's all we're doing. We reshared it with somebody else.
But I think that this, like, what they're doing is they're creating a collapse of their own ecosystem. Like the tech industry is creating a collapse because who's going to go on? I don't even go on TikTok anymore because it's like kind of a cesspool.
Yeah.
And who's going to go on TikTok when you know it's all fake? And there's so much garbage out there. Anyway, I know we got to move on.
They are gonna go on there because it's a brain trap, and we'll get into that another time. But you don't have a choice. Some of these people, and they don't care what the videos are. They're trapped into it already mentally. That's a whole nother thing.
I know it's like boomer. It's like
just keep going. Anybody sends me a video of my dog that died talking to me about dying, you will die. I'll tell you that right now. You will die. And one last thing on the AI writing scripts, Dunbar. I do have one general, like real honest question here. So if AI starts writing scripts, do they have to have had something get picked up and made before to have those scripts considered? Or anybody that's in this business, you know what I'm saying right now. You write scripts and everybody goes, "Oh, have you had anything made on TV yet?" And you go, "Well, no, I haven't. I'm trying to." Well, when you do, bring this back to us. Well, then how do I get if the script? Well, how does this? But AI will get looked.
Sorry, we can't staff you. You're unproduced.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't been on a show yet, so we can't put you on this one. Oh, AI's gonna get it though. All right, go ahead. Let's
anyway. Yeah. You next.
Okay, no, I'm gonna jump on one here. This was fascinating to me this week, buddy. Louis, play the clip. A little teaser here. Octopus Alien. I don't know if you saw this thing. Right, Dunbar? Here is the gist, okay? Now there are serious, what do you call them? Peer reviews. You know what a peer review is, right?
Like a peer-reviewed study, like where other scientists, for those of you who don't know, it's like when a study is released, this is why science is great. They release it and then it's peer-reviewed, which means that other scientists basically just go, how are you wrong? And they shoot a million holes in it.
They try to prove you wrong, which is the greatest process in the world because it's not personal. They just, and then if your shit is all right, they'd be like, man, this tracks. I think this is a good discovery. You know what I mean? So that's what they do. There's been peer-reviewed papers that they think octopus or octopi are alien life forms. They think they're alien life forms.
Legit aliens, not like alien-like.
Yeah, like legit aliens, but in the way that before you all get turned off here, this is why it's a peer review. They think that like they're, and I'm gonna run through here. How they're crazy different. I'm gonna run through this. But the thing is, they don't think that they're actual aliens that landed here. They think that they are, a million-year evolution of some kind of alien DNA that found its way onto the planet at some point. You know what I mean? Like a meteor crashed here with some kind of, something that wasn't earthbound life form made its way here in a microorganism fashion and has evolved into this. Now, here's some of these things here. I had to make some notes because they were crazy to me, man. All right. They don't have iron-based red blood. Okay. They have copper-based blue blood, which is far superior in surviving it in cold, low oxygen environments. Like no other species has that. Okay. That's crazy.
Wild.
That's a little crazy. It gets crazier, man. It gets crazier. They have 3 hearts, Dunbar. Octopus have 3 hearts. They have 2 hearts that pump blood to the gills, okay, and then they have one what they call systematic heart that pumps blood to the other hearts and pumps through the whole system, okay.
Sounds like a lover, man. They got 3 hearts and a ton of arms to hug you with.
They do, and their arms are about to get crazy too. Okay, but that systematic heart stops pumping if they have to swim. So only the other two are active while they're swimming, which is why you always see them like crawling and moving like they don't want to swim. If they swim, they get exhausted immediately because their heart stops pumping. So that's maybe a knock against them, but 3 hearts and 9 brains. This is all for real, dude. This is not trying to make you look stupid, all right, at a party.
No, I'm just kind of like flabbergasted by this. This is kind of crazy.
It's gonna get crazier. They have 9 brains. Okay. They have 1 central brain, and then they have 8 additional brains, which are just extensive sets of like neurons firing and acting in each of the legs, right? But the thing is, it's not just a set of neurons that are firing, they're firing completely independent of that main brain. The main brain can have no idea what they're doing, and each one of them, independent of each other, can taste and smell and touch and move independently because they all have their own brain. That's right. Yeah.
My one brain can't process that. That is freaking wild.
Right. And it gets
that is wild.
Even crazier because here comes the real, like this could be some type of alien DNA that has evolved over millions of years. In 2015, they sequenced the genome of octopus, right? And they found out that they have 10,000 more protein coding genes than humans have. Okay, but stay with me here. They have 10,000 more protein coding genes than humans have, which means that they can extensively edit their RNA. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you what RNA is real quick in simple terms. It's the acid in the nucleus of the cell that carries the instructions of DNA. It's what makes you act and do and live. We breathe oxygen, like that's all part of that RNA process. Now, so here's what that means. Because in short, when we slowly evolve to adapt to other environments over time, like evolution, that's the changing of your DNA through the changing of your RNA. You know, like when animals, when we came out of the water and started to breathe air and walk around. Now those changes need to take place in the RNA, and then it changes the DNA, and then that creature is now different. It breathes oxygen. It starts to walk upright. But those are called mutations, right? So those your DNA needs to mutate over thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah, through the reproduction process, there's like little tiny mistakes.
Yeah.
And then some of those people who have those mistake traits die off. And then some of those people who don't excel. And,
right.
You know, that shapes the evolutionary process. And that's how we go from being sludge to being.
And it takes thousands and millions of years sometimes for these things to happen. Okay. Well, an octopus can do this instantaneously and immediately. An octopus can do this immediately. They can literally change their biology on the fly without waiting for mutations to survive, to adapt to an environment they need to move to. If they wanted to tomorrow, they could just come out of that water and start walking around and breathing.
Let's hope that they don't. Maybe that's the plan. Right? Maybe that's the plan.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an alien invasion. Have you seen those videos of octopuses like getting on the fishing ships and escaping? And then just like squeezing through a hole this big.
Yes, this is crazy stuff.
Bonkers.
Go down one of these rabbit holes of octopus videos. Like you can put an octopus like in an empty like water bottle or pop bottle and tighten the cap on, and an octopus will get out.
Have you ever seen
that top off?
Have you ever seen the show Resident Alien?
No.
There's like a fun little bit where he's talking to an octopus who's an alien. He's like, "Oh, how did you get stuck here?"
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
So like there's been like in the zeitgeist, like the pop culture zeitgeist, there's the idea that like octopuses are so different from us that they are aliens, but I've never heard a theory that says that they actually are. But it does make sense to me. Like if an asteroid hit the planet and there's some kind of DNA germination there that they would, and
like,
they don't think it's natural. Yeah.
we all know that like meteoroids and asteroids are made out of like ice, right? And it's like there's frozen water on there that's like frozen beyond like negative million degrees below zero
And
type
for
shit.
those of you tuning in, this podcast is pro science.
Yeah, it is. It is, and you're learning something. So those are all made up of ice particles and stuff, which would make sense if one of them crashed here. Which, to dumb it down for you, is like basically the idea to Jurassic Park. There could have been little organisms in there that were like trapped in ice, and then they got here, landed in the oceans, melted, and started evolving themselves and adapting. Like I just pointed out, they can adapt immediately to the environment, which is what kept them alive when they crashed here. And then they slowly, just took to the water and just survived there. I mean,
or it could be like The Thing, where they dig up an alien from the ground and it starts mimicking us and replacing us. Could be that. Just
could be
that. A lot slower. It could change his DNA.
Yeah. Oh, this is what we need all the copper for.
Yeah, that's
they're
what
copper based. They're not.
I'm feeling much better now. I'm feeling much better now.
Much like better now.
Out.
Is that crazy though? They got 9 brains, 8 of them independently operating. Each one of those legs. The RNA part blew me away. Like they can immediately change their DNA to survive.
I think people need to be eating a lot more calamari. I am truly scared.
It's crazy, and I love calamari.
Yeah, man, I can't do it. I can't eat it. I have a shellfish allergy, so other people got to start doing it.
That's not a shellfish.
I can't do it though.
You haven't tried it. Let's try it. Get the EpiPen. Let's give it a whirl. One gummy and one a grilled octopus. Ooh, grilled octopus, delicious, man.
On the news today, an overweight middle-aged man tried to do a clavicular style stunt by eating too much calamari and passing out in his living room.
They'll just flash to like Jenna should be just sitting there like in her bathrobe like this, and she'd be like, "What?" He knew he's allergic to weed, and he ate the gummies, and then he knew he couldn't have shellfish, but he was high from the gummies, and he ate those too.
No one told him to do it at the same time.
Well, that's crazy, man. I thought that was crazy.
That is bonkers. I mean, I do think that there's like some of those undersea fish are crazy. They're like out of a horror show.
They are.
They are. Like, you go to like but there's also that like dust mite that can live on the moon. You know that one?
That makes sense though, because the moon is dusty, isn't it? Don't we know that?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Don't repeat that at a party.
Call back to last episode. Well, anyway, Mike, changing the subject entirely. Let's just give up on segues. Are you watching the playoffs?
Yeah.
So the Knicks are in the playoff hunt. I mean, they're in there. It's 1-1, and a story broke this week that I thought was really fascinated by Wired. And you can read the Wired article, or Pablo Torre did a whole episode on this, and I love Pablo Torre. I think he's freaking great. But I just wanted to talk about for our listeners. So as the Knicks are battling in the first round of the playoffs, it was revealed this week that the owner and paranoid billionaire James Dolan has turned Madison Square Garden into a Minority Report style surveillance state. So what's happened is they now have technology there that can scan faces and identify who the person is and build a dossier on them. 40 people per minute. Now, the backstory of this is kind of crazy because it's like James Dolan has had a very contentious relationship with the fans since he's owned the team in 1999. I mean, the Knicks have not been great. They're good right now, but they've had a couple of moments. Linsanity was fun, but they're never good. And now they're stuck in this period where they're just totally middling. So like fans are like wearing t-shirts saying like replace Dolan,
they've been wanting to get rid of Dolan.
And he is so paranoid and weird. He's this billionaire rich kid that took over his dad's company. They were a satellite company.
You don't say.
Oh yeah. He's a billionaire rich kid that took over the company. I mean, that's the knock on it. So they did a couple of things came out in this story that were pretty intense. They have this program. They have an offshoot of it that they're actually selling to other vendors to use this program that can use facial recognition to scan people.
Okay.
Then there's this story of this woman, a transgender fan named Nita Richards, who was there during a Knicks game on January 10th, 2022. And they put together an 18-page dossier on this person. They followed them into the bathroom, out of the bathroom. That's the question.
Cameras in the bathroom, back it up.
I don't know if they have cameras in the bathroom.
That's
but
against
they
the law of
followed her
cheap
into
hotel, bro.
Yeah, they followed her into the bathroom. She was in there for 2 minutes. They track her coming back out, sitting in their seat. She got a good seat, and they just tracked her. It's called Executive One is the technology I believe that they're using. They used it to ban lawyers that were suing Dolan from Madison Square Garden.
Oh, he's little mini Trump. Okay.
They banned people who said ban Dolan t-shirts. So he's been banning people from Madison Square Garden.
I know he banned Charles Oakley.
Yeah. So he has the security. Yeah. Oh, the Charles Oakley story is like all part of it.
Yeah.
Like why he was like gotten rid of because he was criticizing Dolan. I mean, that just goes to prove like what a titty baby he is. Like quite frankly. Like
he got some good security. He feels safe if he's going after Charles Oakley. Bill Lambier didn't do that.
The other thing they do is they have accounts of Dolan himself going into the security apparatus, identifying people and scraping their social media. What is public there?
What do you mean scraping? Like he's erasing their social media?
No, they're like going and downloading all of their social media and building dossiers on individuals that are in the stands.
Oh, okay. You gotta be careful with terms like that on this show. We got
so
that's what that means. Scraping. Okay. I want to get people ready for these conversations. I know scraping.
Yeah. So the one thing that's crazy is he contacted, there was a 14-year-old fan in that had posted some things about him on social media.
Here we go. This can be some Epstein shit, man.
Yeah. And he contacted the police department there. One, there's like a text chain going around with the security there. And he contacted I can't remember. I'm trying to see the quote of what the kid said to him. But basically, security forces admitted going to his house and scaring quote unquote the crap out of him, a 15-year-old kid.
What'd he do?
He just posted, he had a Twitter account
that was like saying fuck the Knicks and Dolan sucks and sell the team.
Yeah. Bro, so my question to you, do we now live in we know income disparity is out of control and like all this stuff is bonkers. Like, do we now live in an age where like you're a billionaire isn't really a billionaire until they swat a 15-year-old kid in Ohio? Like, is this like where we are now?
Yeah.
Where they're so petty, like their grievances are so bad.
Well,
let's run the team, man.
Yeah, let's put it into a little bit of perspective here too, though, and let's put some blame on the NBA here, and give me a second here to just get out into the water here.
Sure.
We all remember when the owner of the Clippers got caught saying the N-word on some videos. And he lost his team. Should have. I'm not defending this asshole. Let me know this right now. He's an asshole. But they pushed him out almost immediately for that.
Yep.
Right. And turns out they had somebody lined up with bigger pockets to buy that team and bring more money to the NBA and build them a new stadium. The dude from Microsoft, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And there's a lot of
he ended up swooping in to buy that team. Yep. So that's why they blew that guy out of the door and they just found something, because he lost his team by the end of the week for that. This guy's doing some shit that's for real against the law.
Yep.
And sending people to 15-year-old houses, and Adam Silver and nobody's going to get involved and do anything here because this guy's got too much money.
Look, I mean, did he do something that's against the law? That's the thing that I have a question about. Like, is it really against? I mean, it sounds like it should be illegal. But do we know for a fact that it's against the law? Like, if you're going into
I would guarantee I'd get arrested if I just went on my own computer and looked up some 15-year-old that said DWMOD sucks, and I went banging on his door and was like, I'll fucking kill you, dude.
Yeah, but my question is like, it's the surveillance. It's the apparatus to be able to do that. He's claiming that it's for safety and anti-terrorism measures, but he's using it for personal grudges.
You can't get somebody's address and show up over there and then claim, well, I was only doing it for safety. That kid wasn't ripping seats out of the garden and trashing bathrooms. No, you're abusing that.
But you have two owners now. You've really alluded to a really great point here. You got two owners. You have Steve Ballmer, who's involved in a controversy where he's has a dummy company that's funneling money to a player. I mean, we haven't talked about that on this show.
We will.
That's happening. We will when it's relevant. But now you have this news story with another owner that has a surveillance state in Madison Square Garden where anybody who steps in there is getting their online identity scraped and turned into a dossier. Like, where else is this happening?
And then being attacked.
And then attacking people for it, right? Like going after people. Look, Oakley, the whole situation with Oakley. He had criticized ownership several times. Dolan clearly had security guards come and
kick him out of the building.
That was tragic. That was tragic for the fan base. It's tragic for the fans. Yet the NBA isn't doing anything about it. And this is like a collective rot in the NBA that has made it a more diminished sport than it was 15 years ago. You know, the NBA was on the ascension 15 years ago. People were like, oh, maybe it could rival the NFL, which is foolish at the time. But you know what I mean? It's like now it seems to be languishing in this, like, who are the big stars that are coming up? Like,
I don't think this kind of shit would fly in the NFL or Major League Baseball. I honestly don't. I really don't. I think they'd be like, if this story broke and we found out that like Robert Kraft was doing this and he's pretty tied in big time, a guy like he seems untouchable, or Jerry Jones or something, this would be a bigger story. And I guarantee that the NFL might have something to say about it. I think that. I
don't know. Robert Kraft has done some pretty incredible things, and he's still an owner in the NFL.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
You know, I don't know. But
yeah, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Yep, I'm wrong.
We're big enough to admit we're wrong on the brush up, guys. That's like our whole deal.
I'll tell you one thing right now. I got no ego, brother. If you tell me some shit and for a second and I'm like, no, you know what? You're right. You're right. You're right.
Now, if the owner was unpopular, but I mean, Dan Snyder ran practically a sex trafficking ring out of the Washington.
They finally got rid of him, but not until they had a bigger buyer. That's what's going on behind the scenes in these things all the time, because they're big businesses. They're not going, well, we got to push this guy out, because that's what a dummy would immediately do. They're sitting around going, that's fine. We want to get rid of this guy. We need like a 5-year plan here. And who's taking over? And what are they going to do with one of the biggest brands in basketball?
But the question is, the personal grievance side of it is probably a bad look for the overall operation, which is the surveillance state at these venues. How ridiculous. Big are they getting?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just have this case of this one owner who's invented this surveillance state to track his enemies list. Like, could you imagine like walking into Second City and having your face scanned? Like that's might be where, you go to a comedy club, you're going to get your face scanned. What are they going to do with it?
Listen, I'm full disclosure here. Don't take this to your party conversation, because I'm not all the way up on it, and maybe we'll talk about it later. But there's a similar story like that going down here in Georgia right now, where behind closed doors, some city council or senators or somebody approved some like late night, nobody knew, not news or nothing, and they approved a contract with one of these companies with the cameras that does exactly this, captures faces. Who is this person? Starts putting dossiers together. Exact same thing you're talking about. They passed it, and these cameras are all over Georgia right now, and they're doing that. And finally, somebody got wind of this and like, what are all these cameras? They traffic cameras? Oh no, those are part of that new program they did behind closed door. So you're just going down the street. They're tracking your car, where you're going, your face, they're everything about you.
Yeah.
Bro, what?
They're making some decisions behind closed doors right now that you don't need to go hunting for conspiracy theories. You don't need theories. The conspiracies are happening and they're being reported on, and they're scary.
And let me just say this too. You're way too paranoid about when, where, and why I'm going to buy some goddamn milk. And then when we get in some shit in the Middle East, you don't know what to do.
Yeah. Oh, they failed. They're like, oh, they failed.
Focus on some other shit, man.
Politics, Mike.
Why quit trying to track us all while we're buying milk and shit, and worry about what the fuck you're going to do when we get in a conflict, you mother.
Yeah.
What the?
Right.
This is crazy. Why are they tracking us all?
I don't know, man. And now they have the AI to scrape the data. That's the real threat to me. They have the AI to actually go through and process all the data.
Yeah,
That's why they want
instantaneously,
access to the voter rolls.
Well, listen, let's go tie into what I said before about then let's just absolutely fuck up the system. You're going to have a camera out there that sees me, and as soon as it sees me, it's going to get to my social media and figure out exactly who I am from my social media. I'm going to start pumping my social media full of some crazy shit. Like I'm a marine biologist. I'm studying octopus aliens. I'll throw them right off my trail, bro.
Listen, dude, just make 20 different accounts with your name in it.
Yeah.
And your face, and just have them be like, I live in Idaho. I live in Hoboken. I live in Dubuque, Iowa.
You need to make them all related and be like, I'm part of those 20 tuplets that were born back in the day. You know what I mean? And then when they want to come after you, they're like, oh, he's one of the 20 tuplets. And they'll be, what the fuck? What?
But I do think people are going to start making things to conceal their faces like kids are going to start wearing shit over their face.
They're already doing that.
Yeah.
But you better be careful, because then that's when people are getting fucking shot.
Yeah, that too. It's like, they
already wear these ski masks everywhere, man. It's like that was a cool thing fucking 6 years ago when I was still coaching football back in Calabasas, man. Kids would be walking around at school with like full masks on. And then they'd be like, you can't wear that here,
Yeah. I mean, but like, where are my hoverboards and flying cars? Like, I don't want this fucking dystopian future, dude.
The future was supposed to be fun, man. And you're right. Yeah. It's starting to look like Minority Report.
Yeah, it's bad. Anyway, what do you got for me? Are we going to lighten things up?
Yeah, we'll lighten things up a little bit. Let's talk about Coachella for a little bit, right? Some stuff happens. Coachella, that's a big thing.
I'm hip with the kids. I'm down with the sickness. Yeah, man. Is that a popular song still?
They'll probably play there at some point. I don't know who sings that song, but I'm going to guess Limp Bizkit. Am I right? Is that a Limp Bizkit song? Probably not. I don't know.
Okay.
Down with the Sickness. I don't know. I feel like I should know who sings that. I don't. I'm a hip hop head, buddy. I don't know.
It probably is better for you that you do not know that song.
Yeah, it's like probably somebody like Stained or Puddle of Mud or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, it's one of those. But let's talk about Coachella. That'll probably come up at a barbecue this weekend, and then you'll know those songs. Okay, so fact check for you. The Strokes, you know who the Strokes are, very famous band. They played Coachella. They don't do a lot of live stuff, so that was great. They played Coachella, and all the hubbub on the internet is that they've been banned from ever coming back to Coachella because during their performance, they had a video that nobody checked, and they started playing it on all the big screens. And basically it was like all the bombings that we've done over the years. And they started putting up every single regime prime minister that we removed, that the CIA went in, and like regime change, country takeovers that we've assassinations. They just started putting all this stuff up there. So here's the facts. They did that. They did not get banned. Nobody said anything about it. It's Coachella.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not banned. Yeah. And I don't think they put anything up there that wasn't true. I'm not having an opinion of it or not, but this was all like factual things that we know. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, again, if you didn't like the message, okay, but it wasn't fake. You know what I mean?
It's like, also like, do you think there's some MAGA Strokes fans out there? They're like, oh man, they're not pro-Trump.
You know what? That's a good point. I wonder, do some people on the reverse side get bummed out by shit like how sometimes if you're not a Trumper and then somebody comes out as a Trumper, you're like, oh man, I used to like that dude, man. I wonder if they get the flip side of it, or it's just always like, no, he's a Democrat.
Yeah, I think they're like used to being called out, and then they just get real quiet about it. It's like you have that friend who you're like, I don't know where he doesn't really talk about politics, and then you find out like, all of a sudden something changes.
Yeah, they don't seem to be bummed out by Bruce Springsteen. They just hate him. So there's proof in the pudding there. All right, so they just hate Bruce Springsteen now. They got all his albums, been to every concert. They hate him now. Can't separate it. Anyway, Madonna showed up this year. Now, she hasn't done a live performance in a long time. So she showed up with
now, for those of our younger fans, can you tell people who Madonna is?
I don't need to do that. Y'all know who Madonna is, and if you don't, shame on you. Please, come on now. You want me to tell them who's who next? Jackie O or something? Come on, man. You know who Madonna is. They probably don't know Jackie O. That was bad. All right. Anyway, so Madonna shows up.
Taylor Dane fans out there.
That could be. Hey, Taylor Dane ain't no joke. She got pipes, man. If she put her on a Masked Singer. So she showed up to jump in with Sabrina Carpenter, who's like a big fan of her. Sabrina Carpenter, very popular right now, a lot of big songs. So she showed up and did some songs with Sabrina Carpenter. I think she did Vogue and Like a Virgin, because I think Sabrina maybe did a thing about Like a Virgin. And but anyway, here's the thing. She wore the exact same, not same looking, like the actual clothes and costume that she wore in her last Coachella appearance 20 years ago. She came out in the big finale with Drake or something, right? So she wore that same outfit to perform with Sabrina Carpenter. After the show, it went missing. Somebody stole it, and Madonna now has she has this reward she's putting all over social media for the return of this outfit, because it's from her archives, like her museum of famous costumes she wore at, VMAs or whatever, you know what I mean? So she wants it back. She wants it back, but it was stolen, Dunbar. Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, I stole it. I haven't. I'm wearing it right now. It's under my outfit.
Yeah. But let's dive into this a little bit, though, because here's the thing to me. First of all, wearing the same outfit you wore 20 years ago, you would think that's supposed to be a flex, right?
That's
like
a total flex, right?
Like you could still fit into it, right? Let me tear this apart for a minute. Let me tear this apart for just a minute.
Okay.
She's 67 years old. Okay. Now, at 47, if you wore the same outfit you wore at 27, that's a flex.
Yeah.
But at 67, when you wear the same outfit you wore at 47, that's not a flex. 47 is when you like have all your weight on, you don't look good anymore. When you start to get 70, everybody starts to get skinny and old, and you don't eat anymore. So like, to be able to get in that outfit at 67, you should be able to. I don't think it's a flex at all. Think about what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm right. I'm going to say, I know
just do that thing where you say I'm right.
You're right. But this is what I'm going to say. You don't have to say it out loud, Mike.
Listen, I'm just breaking it down, because I've a couple of people to me have been like, yeah, she did look good. She looks good for 67. She looks great.
Good.
She looks great. But I'm like, they're like, yeah, she fit in the same thing. And I'm like, when you hit 67, grab some of your 45-year-old clothes. They should be hanging off you. They should be hanging off you at that point.
Yeah, you're losing bone mass and muscle mass. And
you got this mixed up. Now at 47, when she shows up in some shit she wore at 27, that's when I'm like, okay, shots are working,
When did she come out with like the Ray of Light video? How old was she when that was happening?
Know.
Like 99?
Let me think. Like 2000, right around 2000.
She was like 40 something.
Yeah.
I just remember being like, for the longest time, I was like, man, she is still hot. Like she still looks good. Like for a really long time. I mean, not to say, I don't know. I haven't seen a photo of Madonna in like 10 years. I feel like she did.
No, she's been she ain't been showing up to nothing.
She hasn't been showing up, but I mean, it's exciting. The one thing that I saw, because I did see that she had come back and there was like videos of it, and it was just all these Gen Zers doing this, like,
yeah, man, that's something,
and I'm just like, put your phones away. You're not watching a fucking shitty video of this I have never once. I've done it. Everybody's done it, where you pull out a video and you're like taking a video of the concert you're watching. Like, you never watch. Who watches those videos?
They got us so scared that we're going to forget things. If I don't capture this moment, I'll forget it. And then what? Live another one? You know what I'm saying? Like, you will never watch that video again. And I promise you, if you pull your phone out, not you, anybody, Dunbar, you pull your phone out to show me some concert footage that you have from last weekend, I'm going to the cooler. I got to get a beer real quick.
I'm knock it out of your hand.
Well, there you go.
The phone out of your hand.
Pop. Yeah. I'm like,
shame on you.
Bring shame that shit over here. I don't even know who that band is. They could be showing me a video of the song you were talking about earlier. I don't even did it all for the Nookie or some shit. I don't even know that song. What do I want to watch this for?
But look, good on Madonna for getting on stage again. You should get flowers for that. It was exciting to see her out there, I'm sure, for a lot of her fans. Maybe not as important that she was still fitting in her outfit from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
More interested in the.
Here you go. Here's a picture of her
getting stolen.
Louis, we got a picture of her, what it looked like, right? Here we go. Just in case you see those clothes, they're stolen. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, people APB out for that outfit.
APB for that outfit.
It's not even that iconic of an outfit. It's like not. I don't look at it and go, oh
Me.
yeah, that's the Madonna outfit.
Well,
from-
Madonna wore it, so somebody's taking it home to
Yeah.
smell it and all that weird shit.
Is
But
you think that's why they snatched it? Who
I
do you think?
when you're on drugs and drunk and you're backstage, you will just do things like that, man. You know, like, let's take the outfit, you know. But here's the thing: she's offering a reward for it, and let me just.
What's
Not
the
a lot of
reward?
people grew up in a similar background where you're wise to things like this. So let me smarten you up if you have any if you have those clothes and you're thinking about
Get a little
returning it for the
streetwise.
reward.
Get a little streetwise.
Yeah. They're not looking to give you a reward, my man. They're looking to arrest you. Don't call any hotline and tell them you have these clothes. Okay.
Yeah. You snatched it up.
Yeah. Please, if you
Keep
show
it.
up with these clothes, you're going to jail or somebody close to you is. That ain't gonna work, man.
Yeah. You think with someone like Olivia Rodrigo or some other star there just went,
Oh, could have been. Maybe Sabrina
Maybe.
Carpenter's doing a joke though. But I guess Madonna played a new song with Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter not on the song. I guess they just did a duo for the purpose of her new albums come out. Madonna's got a new album coming out, I guess.
oh, hell yeah, dude. Go for it,
So
lady.
we'll check it out. We'll check
Yeah,
it out.
we'll review it on the show. Fun facts for everybody. This
We
is
will
what
not.
living in LA is like.
We'll not review it on the show. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Is Sabrina Carpenter's mom was my chiropractor for a while.
I thought her mom was somebody
Wild.
famous.
No, she's great. Actually, she's a really nice lady.
Well, okay, who's the other? Oh, Chapel Rowan's mom, I think, is Bart Simpson's voice, or so her aunt, I think,
No,
is Bart.
Sabrina Carpenter's aunt is Bart Simpson's voice.
Oh,
But
so it is.
like
Sabrina Carpenter.
I went to her mom for over a year.
Okay, she
And
good.
then eventually, yeah, she's great. And then eventually she was like, oh yeah, my daughter's in the entertainment industry. My wife looked it up and she was like, holy shit.
She's Sabrina Carpenter.
She's Sabrina Carpenter's mom.
Now, why would she go with the last name Carpenter instead of going with Sabrina Chiropractor?
I don't know.
Boo
That is
on
great.
that dad
Oh,
joke. Boo
yeah,
on that dad joke.
yeah. I don't know. Nice
Boo
lady.
on that.
Very nice lady. Great chiropractor. Carpenter.
Man. Well,
Probably a good carpenter too.
she might be a good
know?
carpenter. Who knows? And Sabrina might be a good teenage witch. She's got some good songs. But anyway, that's it, man. That's all I
That's
got
the
for
brush
this
up
week.
for this week, guys.
That's
What are
the
you doing
brush
this
up.
weekend, Mike?
Oh man, I'll show you when I hang up, man. I got this whole back deck torn apart, man. It's like it's 2 stories in the air, and half of it is enclosed in a screen porch, but then like outside the screen porch is like an outside deck, like for barbecuing and stuff, but it's 2 stories in the air. And the outside area of deck boards is all original and they're like rotten. Like they're like starting to get little holes in them and stuff. So, but the problem is the deck boards go like they built the whole platform, and when they put the screened in area on top of it, you see what I'm saying? Like the deck boards go under the whole thing. So it's a real tricky process trying to figure out how to replace portions of boards that don't have a stud or a beam, you know. Anyway,
You always got a project in the yard, Mike. You always got a project going on in the yard.
It's because I'm always buying these fixer uppers, man, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
We have friends in town who are visiting LA. Like, what's your go-to rec for LA? Like, what do you tell everybody to do outside of the obvious?
Man, yeah, the obvious is like what the conservatory and all that, Griffith Park and all
go
that.
Griffith Park, the Oscar Museum. I'd say like get a good street taco. Find like a street vendor that's like I have a couple of places. There's a place on
food.
Good food. Like we went to a ramen place and a sushi place last night.
Awesome. Yeah, because I miss the food in LA, brother. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's the best.
Better barbecue in Georgia, I think, right?
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Yeah, for sure.
Easily.
For
yeah,
sure.
easily. But that's it though. That's all you get. And you're either having fried chicken or barbecue. It gets old.
Yeah, you got to go to my sister's restaurant. I'll tell you about it after.
I gotta get over there, man. I guess my thing would be, this is what I used to like to do when people come to LA, and then we'll get out of here. I used to love to take them to the Stars Walk, the Walk of Fame or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't say anything, because everybody's always will tell you if you ask them, they'll be like, that's a shithole down there. You know what I mean? I would never say that. I'd be like, where are all the stars on the sidewalk and stuff? I'd be like, oh yeah, put something nice on. We're gonna go down there, and then we're walking, and it's like somebody took a shit on one. Like they get it mixed up with Beverly Hills Cop. They think that's where the it's a shithole down there, man.
No. What are you doing? This is my home.
Yeah, right. And
My home is the Elvis Costello star on the Walk of Fame.
And then I buy a street hot dog wrapped in bacon and covered with chili and peppers, like from the guy next to that guy. And they're going, what are we doing?
Hollywood. That is Hollywood.
Hollywood, man. Don't complain. And take a picture with Hulk Hogan over there with the Captain America, too. Why don't you?
Yeah. Hogan with the herpes sore on his mouth. Bye.
See you later, man. That's the brush up, baby. Hey, brush me up.